Before we begin with this incredible video, I would like to briefly review two major parts of the channel. The first is the coffee shop members. These are fellow content creators that have joined forces with me to create amazing content. Please check them out and support. Collabs will be happening on their channels and mine throughout the next few weeks, and will likely remain this way for the near future. The second part is my membership deals. For my servers talking to me, other members, versus battles, games, prizes, your name on the wall of villains outro, and more, you can join now for only $5 a month via Cash App. Simply comment down below if you want the Cash App discount membership. Thank you all, and without further ado, let's get back to this video. Now, I'm super excited for this one because I never realized how interesting of a matchup it was. I learned a lot in the process of this video. Big shout out to Q for collabing on it. Of course, this is a comparison of Captain Universe and the Unipower versus Starbrand and the power of the Starbrand. Which one is stronger? I'm gonna present Captain Universe. Q will represent Starbrand. And then at the end, I will break down who I believe is stronger. Make sure to check his channel out. He's a member of the coffee shop members as well. But yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. I'm about to break down Captain Universe and the Unipower, and I hope you guys enjoy. Now, looking at the origin of Captain Universe more so is a reference or a title. This is a title bestowed upon an avatar who is given the Unipower. This Unipower is the power that is granted in order to restore balance to the multiverse. It works as an answer to massive cosmological threats. The Uniforce will seek a host, manifest itself, and operate until the threat to reality ceases to exist. Now, let's look at AP. We've seen characters using the Unipower casually rock Thor. We've seen one-shot atomizing of the Aleph, which was a construct made by the builders of the multiverse. These beings like Alephs can casually take on the Avengers no problem, yet casually one-shotted by Captain Universe. The Unipower gave Spider-Man unlimited strength to deal with the threat to his universe. Cosmic Spider-Man is also considered the strongest hero in the universe. He once, with the power of the Unipower, ragdolled Hulk into orbit in terms of Spider-Man. Also, Thor got ragdolled into orbit again. And the power was stated on panel to be uncategorized. Like, you really couldn't define it or categorize it. It just was an insane power. Also, Cosmic Spider-Man with the Unipower was able to one-shot a being that was stated to have a near infinite power source, and the fight was basically over instantly. Also, the Unipower produces the primal power of the life force of creation itself. Also, Captain Universe wasn't denied when he claimed to be the strongest power source in reality, so the assessment made on the Spider-Man card from back in the day kind of stands true there as well. We've seen that Captain Universe can handle beings that produce events, that produce powers like Starbrand. These events are called white events, and even abnormal white events Captain Universe is not scared of. In a confrontation with the Builders who were threatening the multiverse, Captain Universe calls the Builders her children and styles on them, forcing them to retreat. In terms of other things we know about the Unipower, it casually allows you to see all of creation / individuals within separate universes in the entirety of the multiverse. You can also easily traverse this and can move on the Dreamtime plane. The Captain Universe is casually able to speak the fundamental building code of the multiverse itself and do so casually. The Builders view the Unipower itself as their god and mother, and it's a power that casually forced them back to even the Superflow. So overall, the Unipower is one of the scariest things in Marvel Comics when it manifests, and is one of the ideal things to have on your team if you're going up against a multiversal threat.
As his origin goes, Before gaining the position as Earth's most primary defender, Starbrand, young Kevin Connor was your typical bright yet naive college freshman, whom one day, as the soon-to-be partner Night Mask of Earth was born, the multiverse quickly fell into shambles. This triggered Earth's first ever white event, its reactionary planetary defense mechanism, which when unleashed on Connor, absorbed such power, instantly turning every building to dust in his wake, as he arose upon the well over 3,000 skulls he had once come to know. Traumatized and confused, he was confronted by the Avengers, whom under their guidance, alongside Night Mask, learned through the years to become one of the Avengers' most powerful heroes and worthy defender of the multiverse. Coming to attack potency, a new, confused Starbrand with no knowledge of how to use his powers, or what his powers even were, casually one-shot a charging Hulk into space. On several occasions, while soloing the Avengers, which held the likes of Thor, Hyperion, Hulk, Captain Marvel, and many others, Starbrand can take and deflect blasts from Iron Man to Hyperion while simultaneously blasting Thor away without even looking. He can release full area energy blasts, which throw every Avenger around him well off, and took every Avenger with perfect teamwork to calm him down. This whole battle, it was confirmed Starbrand was holding back, and that terrified Stark. Starbrand is able to generate explosions that Avenger teams can't match, such as one including Captain Marvel. He has easily one-shot Gravitron, Nitro, Blizzard, who are all three past Avenger-level threats. In this case, he took on all three while they were being heavily amped by Eternity's children, Explosion, Gravitation, and Entropy. After amped even harder, and without any help from Night Mask, Starbrand still mustered up the strength to blast all three at once. Being one of the last three Avengers to stand alongside Hyperion and Thor, they faced a pissed-off Ivory King, also more widely known as the Beyonders. After Hyperion and Thor were completely helpless, arms ripped off and eyes gouged, Starbrand's death generated enough force to completely obliterate the Beyonder. This is the level of power Starbrand possesses. Keep in mind, these were the Beyonders that easily killed the Living Tribunal and such. So, oh yeah, and technically, he possesses the power of Eternity itself, and is its literal protector, being, Eternity's heart and all. I don't know how to explain that. Going into the speed category, Starbrand blitzed heavy amped Gravitron, Nitro, and Blizzard. He outsped and reached their destination before the monster god of the cosmos, Colobus, could even make it to him. He dodges Gavitrons, Nitros, and Blizzard's simultaneously barrages of fire. He keeps up with all the Avengers during their fight and can catch up to Hyperion's flight and blast him, just one shot. Talking about durability, he was able to tank and recover within 5 seconds from a huge ice shard to the heart by an entropy amped Blizzard. He was nailed when bare naked off guard by a high-speed Mjolnir. He instantly got up without a scratch and said he barely felt anything. He tanked a point-blank collision with Hulk, who once thrown out of space at Captain Marvel, came at unimaginable speeds, and he survived the time gem exploding right next to his face. In terms of skill, he is able to cause planetary-level explosions just by tapping on his finger. He can communicate with the dead. His cosmic awareness allows him to know every event in the cosmos happening simultaneously. He was able to almost instantly figure out that they were in a reality created by Franklin Richards before he even met him. He can sense and show energy fields and constructs naked to the human eye, including naked to those of Thor and Hyperion. And then, in terms of hacks, his cosmic awareness allows him to know any question you ask him with an instant response, even if he doesn't think he knows it. His cosmic senses include that of superhuman hearing, X-ray vision, etc. He's able to emit energy blasts via hands, eyes, or just like full-on body explosions. He has matter manipulation, whether it be like turning ice into stone or like ribs into a hamburger. He has magic and reality warping resistance. He fought Doctor Strange's Legion alongside himself unknowingly, and was immune to Libra's command to sleep, the main agent of the In-Betweener. And lastly, he has incredibly high regen. He obviously comes back later from a Beyonder, stabbing him point blank in the back with, a blast which killed him entirely. So yeah, that is Starbrand for you. Very slept on, quite possibly the strongest Avenger.
Alright, so if the Unipower and Starbrand were to clash, who do I think would come out on top? In this scenario, I have to favor Captain Universe. My reason for this mainly came down to the builders appeared to be in the story in which we saw these two characters feature together. They seem to be vastly superior to Starbrand and the team Starbrand was with. They got the drop on them, and Captain Universe showed up and one-shot builders. It was embarrassing. As well as the way Captain Universe addressed Starbrand in that run as kind of, like, oh, I know all about you. I know all about events that produce things like you, powers like you. And more so, this is how I ended up looking at it when comparing the two, and I think this was very fascinating. And it might lead to another battle we're about to talk about. But what I saw in this was creation and powers of creation formed Starbrand, right? But powers that formed creation are Captain Universe levels of power. So that is why, in the end, I favor Captain Universe in this inverse power source comparison. Anyways, guys, the battle I was hinting at, you will only get if you run this video up to 400 likes. And that video will be the Enigma Force, which is the grand power source ultimately that something like the Unipower comes from, versus the Phoenix Force in Marvel Comics. 400 likes will do that video. Anyways, it's been your boy YFE. Make sure to go check out Q. Thank you for coming on the video, Q. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.